What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, another Witcher inspiration video, and this time is on Oxenfurt. We've been waiting for this for a while, and I feel like I've explored it enough to be able to do it properly. The only thing is we can't go through the Oxenfurt Academy, so we will have to do that later on some other time. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and start off here. As you can see, this is on the south side of the bridge. Let me see. Yeah, this is on the actually the west side of the city. As you can see, there's this river here, and this is what separates the Nilfgaardians from the Rodanians. And then this is the Rodanian capital, or not the capital, but this is where they're all set up at, because there's the war between them. And so, as you can see, if we go back here, there's like all these fortifications, lots of stockades and such. The homes are all burnt down and such. So this could be probably skirmishes have occurred here, where the Nilfgaardians have tried to take Oxenfurt from the Rodanians. As you can see, we have soldiers all sitting along this bridge. And so this bridge is actually quite impressive. This is the largest bridge across the Pontar. Now this is the Pontar as we're crossing it right here. And it's a very large river. Considering, you know, in the game, how big the game is. But yeah, it's a fairly large river, and this bridge is actually pretty incredible once we get up here. This is the sort of like this huge gate kind of thing, drawbridge. It has two drawbridges, one here and one on the other side as well. Now, I would go in and explore the mechanism they use to open these massive things, but I still can't get into those areas. I mean, I can try. Let me try this one, but I guarantee you I won't be able to get in. Yeah, locked. Oh well, no big deal. You can just use your imagination how they would open that giant thing. So this is, now we're getting into Oxenfurt, and we got some amazing architecture. And whenever I see this architecture there, I always think of Minecraft. It's almost like they took inspiration from Minecraft to make this house. And so you got some red roofs, and the cool thing about this is they definitely keep the depth. As you can see with that jut out there, and like when I say don't keep things, or like keep things verified, like not all flat, like just stuff like that, like having like little roofs or like little cover areas to, you know, make it so that people don't get rained on or something, like little sheds here and there. There's another like little roof there. Also, really cool thing I like about Oxenfurt, or the whole basic style of Oxenfurt and Novigrad, is they have all these arches. It's like this really cool defense feature, because when they're in the event of an attack, they could just blockade this up, and then they could possibly get up above these arches and shoot down on enemies that would be coming through. And that is really cool. And another thing about fortifications, this is a really cool fortification. It's kind of what I do already, but it's basically like it's what I've been doing for Seabridge, where they have just all the little arrow slits all the way along, but these are roofed in, which is pretty realistic, because the soldiers during a wartime would be sitting on this wall for a long time. And yeah, so it's kind of nice having a roof over your head so you don't get rained on and all that stuff. So that's the academy over there, but like I said, we can't go over there because of restrictions. So oh well. Now this here is the prison. I don't think I can get in there yet. I've tried before. No. Maybe that'll be unlocked in one of the quests. But no, I can't get in there. This is the like the dungeon area, and they have, like, see that cart right there? That's like a metal cart to transport prisoners. So if there is a way, there is a way. I'm sure if someone tried, you can make a prison cart pretty easily. Now this here is another really cool design. I like it. This is actually the blacksmith. Yeah, it's the blacksmith. And we go ahead and head inside here and look at the interior. It's pretty, you know, it's pretty open. It's not just like this crammed together interior. And also look at that. Look at, you know, if you look up, all that open space. Now this wouldn't look good in Minecraft, I mean, if you get the roof trusses in there and stuff, but you know, Minecraft looks best when you fill it up. And it looks like someone died in here. Goodness. There's no escaping blood on this game. If there's not blood here, there's blood somewhere else. But anyway, yep, someone died here. And then, but yeah, that's a nice bed. And it looks like this is where the body is. Interesting, rolled up in the carpets. Okay, so then we're gonna go in this room here, and this looks like part of the living room. This is like a study or whatever. And then there should be the kitchen down here. Yeah, this is the kitchen, but where is a stove and such? Doesn't seem like this house has a stove. Now, we're not going to explore this house. Yeah, let's go down the basement. Maybe we can find some secrets down here. I don't want to go into a fight. These videos are not meant to be... Alright, well, I'm going to explore that later on. But looks like that goes somewhere. But that's what I'm saying. Like, have like little secret places. Like, especially if you have like a house in the city or whatever. Like, make little secret places everywhere. That's what I'm trying to do with Seabridge. I'm trying to get all these cool little places. And I forgot to put this disclaimer out, but for those of you that are just now joining, I am not typically a I don't make Witcher videos. Like, I'm not the person to come to for Witcher gameplay. All I do is provide inspiration for Minecraft for what I do. We look at the architecture, we look at how things are done, and we try to recreate it in Minecraft. And that's what this is for. So anyway, let's go ahead and look at this blacksmith really quick. Not really much here. He's not a master blacksmith. He's just a sort of just there. He has this little forge here with his bellows. Lots of weapons and looks like some armor, some helmets sitting around. But yeah, he's not a master blacksmith, so he doesn't really have the true forge like other blacksmiths do. Alright, and look at that architecture. It's more or less this one. I'm not sure if those are those aren't chimneys. But it is pretty neat. I do like the textures used here. And looks like we can't make in. Where can we get in? Sometimes the controls in this game are a little wonky. So let's go ahead and go around here. So this video might be a little longer than 20 minutes or so. I want to try to limit the time. How do we get into that building? It looks like a church to me. Right here. Okay. And it's locked. Go figure. Everything's locked. I almost need like a script editor to come in and be able to walk in wherever I want to go. So it looks like this is a direct copy of the house that was at the front gate, but it doesn't have like the little like things coming out. The little overhangs. And here's some more of those arches I was talking about. I don't know why, I just love these arches. They're just awesome. They just, like, they bring the city together. That's why I made the arches down on the bottom side of Seabridge, is because it just looks really nice. Like these here, this is another one of those arches that I really like. And also, as you can see up there, it has like that air vent. If you look at the very top of the screen, it's kind of hard to see now. But you see that air vent up there? That's to make it so that it oxygenates the area there. You'll see that most things have that kind of thing, because it would get pretty stuffy if you don't have some air flowing through. Here's another really neat house design, very interesting. It has that Tudor sort of stone foundation. We got colored stained glass. It's very difficult to use colored stained glass in Minecraft, in my opinion. So I typically never use stained glass, but if we could have like a multicolored texture like that instead of just like one texture, if there was any way, this probably isn't, but yeah, that would be cool. And again, another direct copy. There's a lot of those copied houses I've noticed. And also, that's another copy of that other house we've seen, but this one's brick, which is okay. I like that. And there's another neat house. And it's just like, it's really neat because it looks Minecraft style, because it's just blocky. And yeah, that's cool. So this looks like a gate here. So let's go see through this gate what kind of defense features they have. And it honestly doesn't look like they have any defense features. Like, this is almost a useless gate, in my opinion, because all you would need to do is just walk through this. Like, this gate would be closed, But then you got 2 causeways. Obviously, they would have it blocked off with like carts and stuff, but you know, it's not made to be defensive, which is weird. You know, the gates should be closed. That just doesn't make any sense to me. They could just like make their way around to these little causeways, as you can see, on either side. But anyway, that doesn't matter. That is a gate into Oxenfurt. Not exactly the most fortified way, but anyway. Let's go this way. Lots of little steps here and there. That's another important thing when you're building a city. Make sure, oh come on. Make sure that there's like lots of variation in your terrain level. Like, don't just make your city flat. Make it so that everything is all like raised up. As you can see, cobble wall there, just to sort of keep things exciting and interesting. That's important. So we also got like little gardens back here. Now the thing about this is that there's really no defense back here. I mean, it would be very difficult to get an army around in any case. Oh yeah, look at this. This is really cool. But yeah, there's no like defense back here and other areas. It's just kind of like up against the water. But yeah, I really like this design with this sort of like what you guys would consider the wizard's tower right there. And you have the rest of the house here with lots of little jut outs and such, and looks really nice. That's something that you could recreate in Minecraft pretty easily, I feel. It'd be a little exaggerated size, but still, I mean, that's really nothing you can do about that in Minecraft. So before we go out to the dock area, we're going to go back up through this street and sort of explore the marketplace. So this is this is pretty much the town center. This is where all the things happen. This is where everyone gets all their goods and you know, textiles, food, you know, dyes, paints, fruits, fish, you name it. Anything like that is available through here. And like there's textiles there, and like pots and some kind of like novelties you can get there. Now this is the armor. And this is something that I really want to go over, is I would love to see some stuff like this in Minecraft. It wouldn't be that hard. You know how Stefan did that bird texture that we just had, the blue jays and the crows? If we were able to get an armor texture on cobwebs, that would be amazing, I feel. Like, just like sort of get this kind of texture, something like that. That would be awesome. Would love to see that. And then you got some shields and some greaves and what do you call those? My goodness, I forget the name of those things. The things that go in your hands. I know you guys are going to correct me on it, so yes, please correct me, unless if I come up with it while we're going along. Here, we'll just go into my inventory and we'll look at my... Well, they're not gloves. They're not gloves. Anyway, it doesn't matter. That's you know, tertiary. We're not looking at that. Anyway, so this here is a typical Novigrad and Oxenfurt tower here. This is what I love the design. So it sort of like fans out the base. That's very realistic. That's to make sure that it doesn't like collapse. You know, basically that is a safety feature. And then you have the tower that goes up, little windows going along, and then it sort of points at the top. However, doing that point at the top of the tower, as you can see, doing that in Minecraft would be very difficult. There are ways, however, but still, it would not look anything like that. Sounds like we're walking through a river. Anyway, this is another house here. This is pretty neat. You have a little overhang, some pretty neat stuff, and you got like a little wall between. And but yeah, it looks really cool. So let's just walk on from here and see what's going on. Another house here, really neat style, sort of like, it's kind of like, typically roof overhangs are a little difficult to do in Minecraft because, you know, basically it's just follow the roof like the roof shape. Whereas this is more or less, it kind of comes in and then rounds, and it sort of is like its own like feature of the house. Whereas typically a roof overhang is like that. like right here where it just follows the roof, but then this one is just kind of its own thing. But yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about that. And then we got another house here, very symmetrical, very neat looking. And but yeah, having all these little roads down here, I still want to see braziers. That's awesome. But yeah, and another thing that I need to do for Seabridge is I need more ships like this. You know, they are basically 2 masts, and they're very medieval. You know, they work very well. I really like the design of these ships because they're more like what I'm going for. It's very medievalish, you know. They're not cannon ships or whatever, but I always tend to go bigger because I can't. It's very hard for me to go small, so I always tend to go really big. And also another cool feature is, see this wood in the sand. This is also another interesting thing. Because this is actually a like I hate seeing wood on the ground because it rots. It would rot. But anyway, if you go through, I'm not sure if there's in Oxenfurt, but I know in Novigrad there's a lot of areas where there's actually wood on the ground. So if there was a way to mix wood with dirt, I feel like that would work really well for paths, because the reason why they would do this is because the ground would just get so muddy and sodden, and just like you'd just be sinking into it. And so basically they would put in these like wood scaffolding basically to act as snowshoes, but on mud, so mud shoes. And it would make it so that you wouldn't like sink into the mud while you're walking across it. So that is a really cool feature that I really like there. As you can see, we're going along the docks now. We got lots of little places. Basically, there's not really much along here. I mean, ships on the outside, some docks, very colorful ship there. And you see a lot of these wagons. I've seen them carrying logs, carrying large stones, carrying, you name it. Those carts carry everything, so that's really interesting. But yeah. What else can we look at? Looks like we got some barrels here for, I don't know, this would be mead and wine, because basically in the medieval days, mead and wine was the thing, you know, the thing to do, because, you know, basically water supplies would be relatively toxic, and so the way that you would detoxify the water is by brewing it into wine, mead, beer, etc. And so this would be the basic drink in this time, because, you know, it's basically the only safe thing to drink, because fermentation kills the bad bacteria, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's supposed to purify the water pretty much and make it drinkable. So that's why there's so much beer and wine around. So here looks like a little shed. And this house back here is a bad house. There's a vampire in here that I still need to kill. But yeah. I mean, I didn't spoil anything, I don't think. But there is a vampire in there. And I'm still like three or four levels below being able to kill it. So I've been waiting on killing it. I think that's pretty much all for Oxenfurt. I'm just going to go ahead and do a quick run around. We're going to see if we can find anything else to talk about. But yeah, as far as everything is concerned, guys, we're almost to 1,000 subscribers. This is awesome. We're at 977 today, as last time I've checked. And it's getting really exciting because, yeah, I've been really looking forward to this milestone for a long time. And I've been really developing everything. Like I just put milestones into my phone. Why you do this? Okay, off. But anyway, this is I'm just really excited. This is really becoming you know, quite a big portion of my life, and it's, you know, it's not a bad thing. You know, my wife supports me, and I do plenty of things on the, you know, behind the scenes. Like, it's not all Minecraft, obviously. I'm very active outside of Minecraft and outside of YouTube and such. That's really interesting. Why is there a cat drawing on the wall? Cool detail. But yeah, it's just really awesome to be able to do this. This is the same house? I didn't think this was the same house. But it's just really cool to be able to do this because it's just, basically you guys kind of become family. I kind of consider it that way because you guys have been with me for so long, and it's in an online sense. Like it's really interesting in that regard. But yeah, it's really really cool. And we just have there's so much of a future ahead of us, and I'm just really looking forward to it. But yeah, this is just a game that I want to sort of provide inspiration with, and help you guys to kind of come up with ideas for how you could develop your cities or towns or whatever is at the time. Maybe I can jump in here. Is that too tall? Yeah, it's too tall. Can't go in there. That's sad. Would have liked to see in the prison. But anyway, that doesn't matter. And then we got another tower here. A very short tower. But this is actually the mansion of the town. I killed everyone in here. But this is where the yeah, this is the mansion. This is where everything goes down, if you know what I mean. I guess we can walk in the mansion. Just hope that everything's cleaned up. Yeah, because man, after seeing what the guy that actually owned this place did to people, yeah, even a Witcher has to have some moral standpoints at that point. You gotta destroy the fella. Yep, we're not going up here. It's all cleaned up, so never mind. We're gonna head out this way, and there's lots of gardens around here. I really like this. This courtyard is really cool. And now this is not realistic. Fountains in the medieval days are not realistic whatsoever. First of all, you would need a water source higher than this in order to push the water in. There is no water source higher than that, because the water would have to push down, and it would have to be at least above that fountain in order to come back up. Basically, it'd be a pipe down, and it would push it up, and then there'd have to be a recycle system. So it's just not. It just doesn't work. Why they have fountains? That's basically like a fantasy thing. That's just something that is there for looks, and I'm kind of disappointed in that, actually. I did not. I did not think that they had any of that in Witcher. But that's the first fountain I've seen, I think. I'm not sure if I've seen any others. But I do not like fountains in the medieval days. It's one of my pet peeves. One of my small pet peeves. And then looks like lots of storage around here. Some haystacks and such. I guess we can do we'll do as quick as we can. But I'll jump on my horse, and we'll just jump on a boat, actually. And we'll go around the outside of the town. So there was a boat down here. Just got to get down there. Just give me a second. I'll go this way, and we'll just sort of see the outside architecture. How does that sound? Yeah, there's a boat right there. And it should get us to where we want to go. There we go. Let's get into our boat here. Alright. So we're going to go this way first. We're going to go around the academy and sort of see what it looks like in this direction. Is there anything below us? No. Alright. So we're going to go around this side. As you can see, there's a wall all the way around the academy. So the academy is actually the defensive portion of the town. I originally thought that this was the castle of the town, but then I realized that this is actually the academy. Well, at the time of this game, it's no longer the academy. It's basically a ghost town, because all the students have been conscripted into the Rodanian army. So basically, if you were a doctor, you're now an army healer. If you were pretty much anything else, you became a foot soldier. Or if you're well learned, then you may became an officer. But yeah, this is the Oxenfurt Academy. That's a neat wall back here, but there's no fortifications, it looks like. Maybe there's a little lip that you can stand behind and such, but that is cool. I do like that. And we're going to go ahead and head around this peninsula here. We're going to head right back up and see what's going on up on the other side. But yeah, I really like the architecture of Novigrad and Oxenfurt. Novigrad is basically the same thing, but it's more of a cramped environment. Oxenfurt is more of an open environment. It feels very, you know, you feel like you can still get to the outside. Whereas Novigrad, you just feel so congested, and you feel like you are part of the atmosphere, like you can't get out. And that is the thing about Novigrad, because, you know, really you can't get out unless if you know, walk for a long time and you get out the gates. But yeah, that's the only way out of Novigrad is through the gates and the water. I guess you can swim. But also, this is the outskirts of Oxenfurt. You have little, like, basically this is where all the small stuff would happen, like peasants. Oh, whoops! There goes half my boat. But this is where all the peasants would be. You have lots of people washing clothes. So, like, basically all the rich people would send all their clothes to get washed over here. And this is just great. Totally forgot about that. But we're just going to jump out and we're going to see if we can find another boat. Or we're just going to forget about going around this side of Oxenfurt. One way or the other. But, yeah, this is Oxenfurt. And let's see, is there any boats on this side that we can easily transfer to? No. Nope, that's all. Well, there's that one. But I think we've seen enough, you know. I don't think there's really anything else we need to see. You know, we went around the academy. Oh, I guess for docks back here, this is something really cool. Don't want to miss this. But we'll head down this way. So this is a crane. Now this is what I want you guys to think about when you're building your cranes. First of all, this is the lift and lower system. They'd have a guy in there, and like the guy would basically be walking like a hamster in a hamster wheel. And it's actually a really fascinating way how it works, because there's like a system in there that makes it so that your power is amplified 10 times or whatever. So if you have one person in there, say the size of Geralt here, walking in it, you could probably lift, I don't know, 500 to 1,000, maybe 2,000 pounds. And also you'll see that it has a swivel system. You see that, like right above Geralt's head? That right there, that is to swivel the thing around. And also a big important thing is that it makes sense. So like if you swivel around, it'll go onto this dock here. So always keep, you know, practical purpose in mind when you're building cranes or anything in that regard. Always keep things purposeful and make them make sense. So yeah, and I think that's pretty much everything. There's really nothing else that I can show you. So I appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate you guys supporting me this far and in the future. And I look forward to seeing you guys again. But if you guys like this video, please like. And if you guys want to see more, please subscribe. And until next time, bye-bye.